Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. And I know there are many of you that are Taurians, and I'm truly grateful because I know you guys don't mess around. Like if you like someone, it's because you feel like they're doing the job, so to speak. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you haven't got it yet, you've still got a few days. It goes retrograde on the 31st. If you don't get yours before then, you will end up having to pay full price for my retrograde survival kit. So I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So when I went into my intuition for you this week, what I actually saw was a crescent moon, but it was on its side, and that is it's one of there's several things that I could say about it, but the underlying message here was you need to utilize your own maternal feminine energy. Whether you're male or female watching this is irrelevant, right? Your inner feminine energy, right? Your inner lunar energy this week. If you haven't seen the weekly general overview, check it out because it will really make sense. There's something going on in your home this week, Taurus. You need to pay attention to what's happening at home. Something will be revealed in your home. If you have children, it may be that they come to you with something that they've been struggling with for a while. For those of you that are partnered, they could come to you and say, look, you know what, there's something that I want to talk to you about. There's something that I need assistance with. There's something in your home. And it is your home, because when I saw this, what I could see, it was almost like the moon was coming up, but it was being drawn up. And it's kind of like, it may be something that you've had an intuition about, that you've already kind of felt coming, but didn't really want to look at the time or didn't have time to acknowledge. I'm not saying it's going to be something that completely turns your world upside down, but I am saying it is something that has gone under the radar, so to speak, up until now. Let's have a look, see what oh gosh. Okay, so your cards that completely jumped out for me are the Magician card and the Hanged Man, right? So your Magician card talks about communication, opening up a dialogue. Whatever happens this week, whether it's a partner, whether it's a family member, whether it's a child, whoever it is that comes to you this week, if you blow up and lose your ish, you're going to lose. Right, and I'll say this to you, and because it might be something trivial, do you know what I mean? But if you start making a big deal out of it, they're going to be like, well, you know what, I'm never going to tell you anything again, because look at this. This is why this is why they've kept it from you, because they're worried about what your reaction is going to be. So don't lose it this week. Be prepared to open up the dialogue. More importantly, with the Magician card, you have the power to change this. You have the power. The ball is in your court, where you have the ability to step in and assist this person, right, in whatever it is. Then you've got the Hanged Man. And this really, for me, it kind of suggests that whatever it is, this is something that somebody has been suffering with. You know, it could be that maybe a friend or a partner or a family member comes to you and says, look, you know what, I've been, really struggling with the amount of alcohol that I drink. Why do I say that? The Hanged Man is Pisces ruled, and it also represents where we are vulnerable. It also represents where we may be sacrificing or suffering for or because of something. So somebody could come to you and really say to you, look, I'm struggling. Look at that. I mean, right? They could say to you, I'm really struggling with something. And the Magician card there is basically saying it's up to you. And if you were to read them together, the Magician and the Hanged Man, this is about you standing back, right? It's about you hanging, taking a moment to reassess, reevaluate and say, okay, they could have kept this from me and I would have been none the wiser until it blew up, but actually they've come to me, which means one, they actually do want my help, and two, there is something we can do about it. Be prepared to have the conversation. Be prepared to have the dialogue, though. It's going to be really important for you this week. All right, so your direction card this week is the Four of Swords. This week, You have the conversation. This week you have the talk, you have the get it all out in the open, let it come up, let it come out, whatever it is, right? Take a moment to think about it. The Four of Swords and the Hanged Man do nothing, right? Sometimes the best way to solve a problem, the best way to get what it is that we want is to do nothing, is just to wait. And that really is a very, very big message for you this week. I mean, you've got the Hanged Man, stasis, patience, stillness, right? The things that somebody is suffering with or dealing with or working hard on. Four of Swords, rest, recuperation, stillness, doing nothing. All right, so your insight card. Oh, interesting. You got the Hermit card. The Hermit card so far has been very active. This week, it really is open up a dialogue, keep not saying that you will, but keep a lid on your temper. The Hermit card as well is because it's Virgo ruled, right? So it asks you to think about where it is that you can be of service. So before you think to yourself, oh, you know what, this is another fucking thing that I need to fix or anything like that, think about it this way. How can I be of assistance? How can I be of service here? How is it that I can, what is the opportunity here for me to give of myself? It doesn't have to be financial, it doesn't have to be monetary. Sometimes it's just showing up for someone, holding space for them and saying, you know what, get it off your chest, cry it out, scream it out. If you want to just sit in silence, I'll do that with you as well. Find the way to strike a balance between we need to fix this and you know what, I'm gonna say thank you for divulging and sharing with me. How can we deal with this? Right? You've got to strike a balance, but it really does feel like one of those moments that's going to be pivotal. It's like, as an example, your 15, 16-year-old comes to you and says, oh, you know what, I tried smoking the other day. And you absolutely lose it before they've even finished the sentence. Well, that I'm never going to tell mum or dad anything again because, you know, this is the outcome. However, you wait and you say, oh, okay, and actually I really didn't like it and it doesn't feel like something I want to do. Oh, okay, I'm kind of glad I never lost my shit now. Right? It could be something as simple as that, but it could be something deeper in it. Like I said, it could be something that somebody has really been struggling with. Maybe a family member comes to you and says, you know what, I'm in quite a lot of debt and I don't expect you to help me financially, but I haven't told anybody about this and it's something that I've really been struggling with. For others, it could be that they're being bullied. It could be a partner comes home and says, my boss is really making my life hell, or anything of that nature, right? But it's really important that you try to be of service. For now, just hang back, listen, hold space, let it all unfold, be ready to act when the time comes. But for now, wait, observe, how can you assist? And then move forward from there. All right. I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. I'm sorry that I don't have great messages for you. But I believe forewarned is to be forewarned is to be forearmed, right? And now that you know this, you can really affect the decisions that you make. And more importantly, it's not going to be a shock to you. It's not going to be a surprise to you. You know, Raphael loves you, giving you that inside track there, and use it that way, right? In a preemptive way. Have a great week. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.